your reading for the remainder of July 21st through July 31st. And this is for air signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And also this message is going to be from the element of air as well. So really anyone can watch this. Air rules our thoughts, our ideas, our communication, and sort of the messages that are coming in from the etheric realms, the angelic realms, and the higher realms, as air is it is the least dense elements of the air, fire, water, and earth. So I welcome all of you to join. Today we're going to be doing an oracle spread as well as a tarot spread, and I'm going to try to keep it at like 40-45 minutes for you all. I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona, so if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I've been on a little sabbatical. I moved and I changed careers, and I just have had a lot going on. So I'm really happy to be back and hope to provide you with a lot of really great content. So if there's something specific that you're looking for, please drop me a line and let me know. These are general messages, so they won't resonate for everyone, and that's where a personal reading comes in. So if you would like to book one, just send me a message. We can do that either by phone or by Skype, WhatsApp, any kind of video that you use. I would be happy to oblige and very honored to read for you personally. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Elizabeth Light Tarot, and just send me a message and I'll follow you back. Okay, so let's get started. I think I'm just gonna burn a little bit of sage. So we are at the very last degrees of Cancer right now, ready to head into Leo season. I know I'm very excited to move into the playful and lighthearted and fun energy of Leo season, as I'm sure all of you are as well. We'll see what's been coming up for everyone during Cancer season, which is very emotive. We feel a lot during Cancer season, a lot comes up. The new moon was just yesterday, so you still may be feeling the effects of that powerful new moon in Cancer. It was the second new moon in Cancer of the month, so that's kind of rare, and it was also in opposition to Saturn in Capricorn, so definitely see what wants to come up regarding all of that. So let's get started. We're going to use the Whispers of Love Oracle, and we'll get you a quick message from this beautiful oracle deck, and I call in the divine with love and light. I hope that you're all doing well and holding up in these incredibly crazy times that we're living in. So just wishing you all are doing very well. And we're going to ask the angels at the four corners of the world to join us here as well. And we invite in the element of air to join us. What message do you have for my dear air signs? Gemini, Libra, that's too many, and Aquarius. For the remainder of July, and from the element of air. Okay. All right, air signs. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. And I love this little boy. He's sitting in a forest with all of the beautiful forest creatures, and he's just sort of communing with nature. And this is speaking to if we want to raise our own vibration and we want to attract love and to attract joy in our lives, to simply give that out. Simple acts of kindness, just the simple things. This is a number 5, signifying change. So we'll see what comes up in the rest of the reading. You may be going through some changes in your life right now. At the bottom of the deck is forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So yeah, there may be some changes. I'm just noticing, you know, this little boy looks, he looks so much like he's in his element. So some of you may really benefit from getting out into the earth and into the forest and breathing in all the fresh air. You are an air sign, so you do need to make sure that you know that you're breathing a lot and getting a lot of fresh air. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the wisdom of the oracle and see how these tie together, and get a card or two from this beautiful deck by Colette Baron Reed. She's amazing. She just had a birthday, and it was so funny. I was watching her husband hacked her Instagram and filmed him giving her birthday flowers. It was really cute. Colette Baron Reed, she's really amazing. If you're familiar with her cards and her work, she's a really cool lady. So happy birthday to you, Colette Baron Reed. I guess she's a Cancer. Okay, what messages do we have for my dear Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for the remainder of July? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Treasure Island, that's amazing. 9, wish fulfillment. We'll do one more. Time to go. So some of you may really be going on a journey or realizing that it's the end of a situation. Actually, this is interesting. 45, time to go, and Treasure Island number 9. 45 breaks down to a 9. And so you've got a double 9 here. And that's that says a lot. 9 is you know, almost to completion. Some people will say 9 is the completion, but it's like the wish fulfillment. So there is some kind of a wish here, and Treasure Island is where the wish is. And you can see like there's a turtle or a tortoise, and he is like carrying this treasure chest on him, going through the waters. And so this, you know, is speaking to the water element and the emotion, the wish, the heart's desires, hopes, and dreams, and time to go. So you may be really like feeling like it's time to leave something behind that's not fully satisfying you in a heart space. And you may be feeling a little low energy right now with this acts of kindness coming in as a way to energize you, getting into nature, you know, and this is also like inner child, the simple acts of kindness, because it is a small boy and he's in the forest with all of the creatures. So something about like the inner child wants something. What does your inner child want, air sign? Like some kind of a wish here. There's a wish, and I'm gonna pull just as a clarifier for this group here, just this group before we get into the tarot. I'm gonna pull a clarifier from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, who is amazing, and just see and just kind of get a clarifier for this energy here. It's been a long road. It's been a long journey. And you definitely need to recharge yourself. One more time. So to clarify this has been coming up a lot. This came up in one of last night's readings. I believe it was for the water signs. And interesting, because I was just saying like something with the water and the heart's desires and wish fulfillment. Dedicated effort, 8 of Pentacles. You've been working really hard. And I said this to water signs last night, that with dedicated effort, with hard work, we are capable of creating a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Look at how hard he's been working on that. Totally focused. It's just him. You know, 8 is a very significant number. It's a number of mastery, and karmic lessons too. I see it as, you know, karmic lessons with the lemniscate and the infinity symbol. When you turn the 8 on its side, it's infinity. So you have been working really, really hard, and I think that this really is about, you have been giving out a lot. You've been giving a lot. You've been working you've been working tirelessly. So that's why I was feeling like kind of like a little worn out energy for you, air sign, that you may be a little bit worn out. Okay, let's get some tarot messages for you. We're going to use the Muse Tarot by Chris-Anne. Okay, and we're going to do 6 cards today. We'll do a 6-card spread, and then we'll just take it from there. I've got clarifiers, I've got more oracle cards, and we'll see what wants to come out. But this is about a wish. This is about a wish. With the 5 coming in, there's a change coming. And it's been a lot of work. It's like I said, I feel like it's been a really long road, and you're not sure what's at the end of that road for you. You're not sure, like she's walking down this long sort of boardwalk here out into the mist and the fog, and there's probably water below her, and there's a door at the end, and she doesn't know what's at that door, but she's leaving like kind of stars behind her. There's stars behind her, so it's like destined, it's fate that she get to the other side, that she get to that door. And I think on the other side, you know, you're really hoping that like your treasure is there. There's something that you're in search of, air sign, something that you're searching for. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 cards from the Muse Tarot, which is Chris-Anne's new deck. I'm really enjoying it, and still kind of getting to know it. So if we need some clarifiers, we'll get clarifiers. And then I kind of have, at the end of the reading, I'll pull a few cards, like extra cards, and one will be for each of the signs. So we'll do a card or 2 for Libra, a card or 2 for Gemini, and a card or 2 for the Aquas. And that way we'll get like additional message for each sign specific, as how it relates to the reading. Okay, let me just ground the energy here. Spirit, what do you have to say to our air signs? And what is the message from the element of air? From the element of air and for the air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For the end of July. The remainder of July. Here we go. All right, my dear air signs. So coming out in the first position is the 2 of Voices, followed by the Ace of Voices, followed by the 7 of Emotions, 7 of Materials, 3 of Materials, and Knight of Materials. Wow. 2 7s here. That's really interesting. So yeah, we're starting off with the two of Voices, or the 2 of Swords, and this is like a choice here, and it's an energy in the mind. So it's like a which way do I go? It's 2 very conflicting beliefs or ideas. It's signifying a choice, and there's a door again. So we're being presented with another doorway, and I think for you it's like, do I walk through this door or not? It's a new opportunity. It feels new. It really feels like a new opportunity for you to go one way or another. But it's voices, it's swords. So you're really thinking about all of this, but there's something that you're not seeing. Like you're unable to see clearly. And that's what I was saying about this woman walking towards this door. There's like mist and fog. She can't see perfectly clearly. And that's with the Two of Voices as well. She, you know, the Two of Swords, like she can't see clearly because she's blindfolded. So it really is about going inward, really going inward. And I feel like it's more feeling with the heart. But that being said, the Ace of Voices came up, and this is the Ace of Swords. So it's like you're looking for clarity. You really need clarity around something. You're just not sure right now. Especially with the Seven of Cups coming up. Choices. You may have more than one opportunity right now, air sign. Many opportunities. Seven of Emotions is your heart space, your heart's desires. Is it a dream worth pursuing? Would be the question you would ask yourself. Is it a dream worth pursuing? It's a lot of contemplation, Two sevens, Seven of Materials, having patience to let the things grow. You know, this dedicated effort. That's why I was saying, like, this is the Eight of Pentacles, this is the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Coins, Seven of Coins. In the Seven, you know, you're waiting for it to grow. You're waiting for it to come to fruition. Is it worth my energy? You know, are the seeds that I've been tending to going to bear fruit? Or going to grow into a beautiful rose? So it takes patience here. And this Ace of Voices, the Ace of Swords, can kind of, I think that you're looking for mental clarity, but I feel like you may need some clarity in the heart. Do you know what your heart wants? You know, have you checked in with your heart? Because it feels like you have a lot of choices. Here. The first row is head and heart. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. This is head and heart. Now on the last row, it's all coins, it's all pentacles, it's all material, it's things in the physical. The three coming in next to the seven to tell you that there are people that want to work with you in a real way. Coming up under the Ace of Voices, the clarity may come from who do you want to work with? Who can you cooperate with? Who can cooperate with you? Who's going to really put in the effort as well, the dedicated effort, right, of the Eight? Who's going to work well with you? Who are you going to work well with? There are people that want to work with you, and I feel like with the Seven of Cups coming in, bringing confusion, that you're just like wondering who your tribe is right now. You know, the Three of Cups is about like emotional support, but it seems like if this is about like your pentacles and your coins and the things in the physical, the things you can see, feel, and touch, that you're looking to people who can show up in the everyday, in the day-to-day to support you. Like, look at these women, they're just sort of like all able to rest one on top of the other, and you see a braid, like a hair being, you know, hair being braided. And a braided hair is very sacred. You know, it's protective, first of all, and it signifies like an interweaving, like things being interwoven, woven together, so that, you know, if there are people around you that are looking to collaborate with you, it's going to have to be really clear to you, clear with this Ace of Swords, really clear to you that that it's going to lead to this wish fulfillment, this wish that you have. You are really wishing for something. You're really looking to make something happen. You may have recently left something, a situation, a job, a place, It was time to go in search of your wish, in search of something that's gonna really satisfy your heart space more, you know? And because you're an air sign, the which way do I go? I'm thinking of the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz when he's like, go that way. That's what it feels like, you know? And they say the Scarecrow didn't have a brain. And it's not that he didn't have a brain, it's just that he couldn't see. You know, he didn't have the insight. And that's what the Two of Swords is about. It is about going into the insight. So there's a definite confusion happening here. You're coming up as a Knight of Pentacles. And in these readings so far, it's been mostly knights, which is interesting. And it's telling me that the collective is on a mission. That there is a very specific collective mission. Water, fire, knights. It was all knights. Not pages, not kings and queens, but knights. And so it's really interesting. You're on a mission too. And it is about things in the physical. It is like a sort of slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Coins, in this case it's the Knight of Materials, doesn't charge in the way that the Knight of Swords, Gemini, would charge in. The way that the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, would charge in. It's slower moving, it's more methodical, it has a plan. It's about, you know, planning. So there's a lot of pentacles, things in the physical, the Three of Coins, the Seven of Coins, the Eight of Coins, and the Knight of Coins. There's a mission here. There is a mission here. And because it's things in the physical, that means that you can get tired and burned out. And so this whole kindness energizes you message and brings happiness to those around you. Who is around you? Because I'm not seeing anybody right now at all. So I think we're gonna pull some clarifiers, because I'm wondering, like, who's around you, air sign? Is this a solo mission? You know, is it a solo mission? There's a spiritual challenge happening now. 2 sevens. 7 is the spiritual challenge. So it's more than just your average challenge that will have a solution. It's a challenge where you need a soul-lution with your soul. It means that it's part of your soul's growth when the 7s come in, and you've got 2 of them in the emotional realm and in the physical realm. Is it a dream worth pursuing, right? Is it worth my time and energy, my time and effort in the physical? Is it a dream worth pursuing in the heart space? Questions. You're asking yourself questions right now. And that's why, you know, there's like this pause almost, because there's a decision that you have to make. For some of you, it's where to go. For some of you, it's who to be around, who to work with. It can even speak to just like, even if with the Three of Materials or the Three of Coins, you know, this can speak of a romantic partnership. It can. And where the person that we're romantically involved with, our partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that looks like for you, that there is a level of support and collaboration, and that you're able to work together in a way that benefits everybody. And so I'm also wondering if, because you're in this space, that you've been finding it difficult to show affection or show kind of like that you love other people. It feels very solo. Like I was saying, it just feels very solo. I mean, even this guy here, he's working alone. You know, he's totally working alone. He's building a masterpiece, but he's working alone. So do you want to work with other people? Like I said, you know, the knight's on a mission, and the knight is charging towards the future. Your knight is charging, you know, even if it's slower than the other knights, he's moving towards the future. So there is forward movement. There is movement here, which is great. I'm happy to see that. I think as an air sign, because like I was saying in the beginning, it's the least dense of the elements. Fire and air are the least dense, air being the least dense. So so there always is a sort of movement. You know, you need some clarity here, and the Ace of Voices came in. Now the Ace isn't a guarantee, but it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for the potentiality of the whole suit. And so with this Ace of Voices, I love her. You know, we see the prayer flags, the Tibetan prayer flags, which by nature like to be hung up outside and cleared by the element of air. The air recharges these flags, it invigorates them. And even her hair, it's gone rainbow colored. Like her hair is the color of a rainbow. It's about liberation, freeing the mind. And that just amazing, the owl that's underneath her, it's a white owl too. Excuse me. You know, this is wisdom. This is wisdom from the divine. Wisdom from the divine. It's there for you, and it's under your treasure island. It's right underneath the treasure island. And the Three of Materials is under there. So I think we're going to pull some clarifiers. Yeah, let's get you some clarifiers. I think we'll use the Light Seers Tarot. And I've already shuffled all of the decks. Why is the Two of Swords coming out first? Because the first card out, you know, is the lead card. And so it's the most, kind of the most powerful, if you will. It's setting the tone for the whole reading. So why is the Two of Voices the first card out? Do you feel like your hands are tied somehow? I mean, I get it. Like, we're in such a crazy time that we may really be feeling very restricted. And leave it to the Knight of Swords to come out and knock all of the other cards over. Okay. So, Gemini energy coming out. Here's the Star card and Aquarius energy. We're not going to take the Star card because it fell. But the Knight of Swords coming out underneath the Two of Swords. And this Knight of Swords, like, he is in a hurry. So there is a part of you that just, like, you want the fastest results. You're feeling a little bit impatient. You just want to get on that motorcycle and ride away and never look back. That's that time to go. Like, this is that time to go energy of this Knight of Swords. Look at that. You know, there's that part of you, that's the air, that's like, you just want to fly away. But you know that you can't necessarily do that. I feel like you've already planted some seeds. And so you're kind of like, you're sitting here wondering if it's going to grow, and you've got options. But there is that part of you that just wants to just hang it all up and just like run for the hills, get on that bike and go. Because you're coming up as the Knight of Materials. And like I said, he's more methodical, slower moving, Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. It's more, you know, it's slower moving. It plans. It's not hasty. Not that the Knight of Swords is bad, you know, he's not at all. But when a Knight of Swords is out of balance, it can be sort of aggressive, like with words, with coming in and speaking and communicating. It's very quick. It has something to say. Again, it's on a mission and it wants to say something, but I'm really seeing this as just wanting to like go really fast. Whatever this is, to make it happen fast. Whatever change you're in, that there's a sort of impatience around it. Like even with the Seven of Coins, like waiting for the seeds to grow. And the confusion of the Seven of Cups. Is it a dream worth pursuing? The Knight of Materials would stick around though. He may be on a mission, but he would still stick around and deal with the planning. So which one is it, air sign? Which one is it? Six of Swords. Yeah, so where you might be at or considering leaving, or where you've been at, I feel like there was a card that popped up upright. We'll find it later. This time to go. This is about, you know, taking that journey. So you may actually be traveling to calmer waters. There's 3 ravens in front of her helping her lead the way, and there's 3 behind her. So the 3 behind her are these 2 for sure, leaving this behind, this confusion, this fogginess of the head, indecision. And the 3rd one would be the 3 that comes in the 3 of Swords. So it's about, you know, leaving the past behind and charging forward to the future. Like she takes with her what serves her, and she goes out on a mission. She's like a knight in that sense, to calmer waters, to a better place, to the treasure island. She is in search of the treasure island. Wow. Let's get a clarifier for the Ace of Swords. What is this? Oh, I see what wanted to pop out. Now it's hiding. This is very interesting. I told you there was a card that flipped over. Here it is. Can't hide from me. And it's the Tower. I mean, I'm not surprised. If there's a situation that you're in that felt toxic, stuck, full of fear, that devil energy, something that was holding you back, that you felt bound to, that you couldn't escape, then the Tower is going to come in and it's going to strike it down and it's going to free you. This is about liberation here. It is about a liberation. It's very Uranian, so I link this to Aquarius, even though it's just for me personally as a reader. Because of the lightning, I link this to Aquarius. It's fast. The Tower comes in fast. Like I said, it frees us from the devil. And this little squirrely's so cute. He's wondering, you know, where his house went. But there's an acorn there, and that's the seed. So it is about new beginnings and then healing after that. This is just connected to that 2 of Voices. So the Tower could have been something that happened last year. You know, it doesn't have to be something right now, but it is about you noticing the signs of when things could possibly get to that point. Like, I feel like you're trying to avoid a Tower again. You're trying to avoid another Tower situation. And you're about to get clarity about this. This Ace of Swords is surrounded by the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. So the Ace, the clarity, the breakthrough, the aha moment, the, you know, divine guidance is surrounded by confusion. Are there other people around you that are confusing you? Is that part of it? Are there too many people coming at you with opportunities, suggestions, advice? Is that what's happening here? The World. I don't even know what this is clarifying. I think it's just clarifying the Ace of Swords, because that was the next card that I was going for. You had to go through a lot to learn to get this clarity. Meaning, this world, this is the end of a huge cycle for you. And you're finishing up this huge cycle, and it had many, 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 many lessons, hard-earned lessons, card of Saturn, Saturnian lessons, karmic. It's a card of victory. It's a card of victory. You are a different person. You're going to emerge from this a different person, a new person with a totally new truth. Totally new truth. End of a cycle, end of a huge cycle. 7 of emotions. What are all of these options? In love, this would just be, you know, you having options in love and deciding between 2 partners here, right? And maybe leaving someone behind. But I think that this is more, not that love isn't spiritual, of course it is, but I think that this is more internal for you. I'm sure that there are people attached to this situation, and that's why it's emotional. You know, if it was just 2 jobs or 2 cities, or it wouldn't be that emotional. So there are people attached to this, of course, you know, there always are. It's telling you to be kind to others through this process. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know, go out of your way when you're in the middle of, you know, some kind of an existential crisis. Not that you're in a crisis, but, you know, while you're going through this process, it doesn't mean that, you know, that you have to go out and volunteer at a, you know, at a shelter every single day of the week. But it is saying that now I know why this came out, the simple acts of kindness. It's like, when you're going through something like this and trying to make important decisions, sometimes the best thing that you can do is leave it for a moment and do something else. Raise your vibration, and you can raise your vibration just by like these simple acts of kindness. Like I was saying, getting into that inner child. Let your inner child come in and just take over your body for a day, take over the suit, right? What does your inner child want to do? Does it want to go and hang out in the forest, breathe the fresh air? Does it want to go swimming in the ocean? Does your inner child, you know, just want to go and have some playtime? And that could be, you know, where this clarity comes in for you, is just getting into your inner child. Leo season, if you're watching this during Leo season, you know, it's the perfect time to do that. Coming out of this very emotional Cancer season and everything that the collective has been going through. Okay, 7 of emotions. One more time. Oh, all right, I wanted to take 2. Okay, you have a new opportunity for sure. Here's another ace, and it's the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins. A solid opportunity. A solid opportunity. So 1 or more of these is solid. These choices. You see her pondering? Which little fishy? There's 1 or more that's solid. You've got solid opportunities. And here's another 2. That's what I was saying. It is about setting the course. Picking something, one way or the other. You've got the whole world at your fingertips. The whole world is there. So you do have a choice to make, and you know, and there's some solid opportunities. This Ace of Pentacles, of all the aces, this one's the most solid. It's starting to grow roots already. This is the seed that grows into the acorn. This is the seed that grows into the acorn. Perhaps you've had many tower moments before, and you don't want to see the oak tree that you've taken years to grow get struck by lightning and fall to the ground and be no more. So you're being very cautious right now during this whole process. I'm feeling a sense of caution coming from you, air sign. But there is that part of you that wants to embody this Knight of Swords. I see the last card that comes out as more of an advice, and the advice is to take your time with it. You may feel a lot of pressure right now to make a decision, but perhaps the best thing that you can do is just keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. This came out for water. This came out for water. Just keep doing the work. Be practical. Come at this from maybe a practical standpoint. Let's get some more cards. Let's get some more cards for you guys. We're at 40 minutes. Yikes. I hope this is resonating for some of you. Why is the Seven of Materials here? Why is the Seven of Coins here? Seven of Coins does ask us to have patience, but it also asks us to get real with ourselves and be honest as to, you know, what has the potential and what doesn't. What to give our energy to and what to stop giving our energy to. The things that you've been working on, you really care about. You really care about them. There's a level of, you know, nurturing happening here. Seven of Materials. Aquarius energy coming in. King of Swords. It's about logic here. It's about logic. It has been about logic. And that's why I was saying, like, being practical. You know, the King of Swords, he's practical in his own way, you know, because he's not overly emotional. So I was saying before, there, you know, there is some emotion around it because of course there's people attached to it. But I feel like you're a little detached right now from others. Again, you know, I mean, it's like the Knight of Swords wanting to run away or just like rush away and make things happen fast. A very fast moving energy. And then the King coming in, who is, you're a thinking person right now. You're really thinking about this a lot. You're giving it a lot of thought. It's taking up a lot of mental energy. A lot of mental energy, the decisions that you have to make. You're sitting in this field where there's like all of these winged messengers around you. A bat, another owl, a dragonfly, and a raven. There's messages for you, like your element wants to speak to you. Nature wants to speak to you. Look for the signs from nature. And that's why this was the first card that came out. Commune with nature, connect with nature. You're going to get messages there. You might even get your ace. You might even get your ace there, you know, by getting into the inner child and being out in nature and recognizing the signs, because you're asking yourself here, like, is it a seed worth growing? Is the seed going to bear fruit? Is this project going to bear fruit? Is this relationship going to bear fruit? Coins, pentacles, materials are about things that last. They're about the things that last. This isn't fire energy where it can be roaring one day and burn out the next. It's things in the physical. You know, it's the things that we take the time to grow. Like I said, she's really tending to these beautiful roses. Purity. There's purity in her heart when she's doing this. So you're thinking a lot about it. You're thinking a lot about it, and you're trying to detach yourself emotionally. And as an air sign, you know, that feels like the most logical thing to do, you know, is to rely on your logic. It doesn't mean that you don't have a heart, you know, of course you do. I know so many air signs who are loving and nurturing and all of that. But when you're in your element, air sign, you do come from a place of logic and high-mindedness, weighing out the pros and cons logically. You may want to seek counsel from someone who you respect and admire. The King of Swords can represent a counselor, an advisor. So maybe, you know, you're speaking to someone, but I'm just getting this feeling of like, get yourself out there and listen. Look for the signs. Your element wants to communicate with you through the winged ones. Through the winged ones. And that includes angels too. Okay, Three of Materials. Let's see why this Three of Materials is here. Why is the Three of Materials coming out? For my dear air signs. You also really may be going through a change about like what your belief system is around the things in the physical. What your belief system is around where you live, your career, what you do to make money, how you support your family, relationships, all of it. The first card like just says it all. That 5, change. 2 aces, opportunities. One of them being, you know, the Ace of Swords, a totally new way of thinking, a new belief system, a new thought process, the world, ending a huge cycle. So I'm wondering, like, and that's why the King of Swords came out to clarify underneath the Knight of Swords, because maybe in the past that would have been you, rushing away onto the next thing, just leaving it all behind very quickly. But this newer you is taking time to really think about it, coming from a king, having mastery over the swords, having mastery over your mind, where you're really pausing to consider. You're consulting, you know, with the winged ones. You're up on this beautiful mountain consulting with the winged ones. You're part of your own element. You're pausing to really think about it. So bravo for doing that. Okay, these cards have been very jumpy lately, so sorry about that. I do want to clarify this 3 of coins. If I could just stop talking, we could clarify the 3 of coins. Okay, why is the 3 of coins here? Okay, and this is why I used 2 different decks. So the 7 of Pentacles came up again. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles clarified with the King of Swords. Are my seeds going to bear fruit? Whatever those seeds are, like I said, home, career, finance, all of it, relationships. And then we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and there's another 7 of coins. So these are the same cards, just in a different deck. So you're even wondering about like your collaborations, the people that you're working with, the people that you're woven with, the braiding, like I was saying, that braid that sort of like protects us. Now, in this card, it feels different. He's sort of communing with the soil and with the seeds. It's like an energy work here. It's really beautiful. His eyes are closed. He's engaged. His heart's on. You know, he's putting a lot of energy into it. So there's a patience that's required. A patience that's required. But with this time to go and the Treasure Island, I feel like your patience may be running out. And the instinct to run away in haste versus the instinct to really plan it out and do it the right way, maybe that's your 2 of Swords. Maybe, air sign, this literally is the 2 of Swords. Because you're on a mission, okay? You're on a mission. So this is kind of how it would look. These are your 2 swords. Who am I? Who am I embodying? This guy or this guy? The choice. The choice. Interesting, right? But like I said, you're coming across as a king here who's really going to think it through. Who's really going to think it through. So for those who are dealing with an air sign right now, if this is resonating for you, this could explain maybe why your air sign is feeling detached, why they're not really communicating all that much. It's because they're really deep in thought. 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so it could be something like that's kind of keeping you up at night. Okay, let's get one for the Knight of Coins, Knight of Materials. I love the Knights in this deck, how they're like just the horse. And in the Knight of Materials, we see this like amazing succulent. You know the sacred geometry of the succulent? I love that. 8 of Cups. Time to go. Time to go. 8 of Cups. It's time to go. Wow. You're in search of that 9th cup, your treasure island. See that 9? The 9th cup. The 8 walks away, but it's not running away. It's going towards something. It's going towards the treasure, that 9th cup, the wish. What's your wish, air sign? What's your wish? Like I said, you're gonna do it methodically. Plan it carefully. You know, I'm just gonna say this. I hope that, you know, that you do this in a fair way and in an honest way. You know, the King of Swords, he is honest. He's honest, he has integrity. You know, his word means something. He's not a liar, you know. I'm not calling any of you liars, but I'm just saying in a situation like this, you know, just be honest with the people that are involved. Do it the right way. You've completed this huge cycle, the world. So you've sort of paid off a lot of karma. You've paid off a lot of karmic debts here. Don't create new karma. You know, if you're gonna really be walking away from something, do it the right way. Please. Air signs. I am going to pull you a couple of cards from the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee, which is probably cold now. So the Syrian Starseed Tarot is by one of my favorite women, Patricia Corey. If you ever watch his Patricia, I love you. And they're huge. These are like the biggest cards ever. Because, like I was saying, air is so close to the etheric. I wanted to pull you just a special card from this tarot deck. And I think this is where we will do Gemini, and then Libra, and then Aquarius. So it's going to be a tarot card, and then we're going to get a card from Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. So I'm just going to give these a shuffle. I have such small hands, and once you break the decks in and use them enough, though, you know, they get easier and easier. So let's just, one more time. And then I'm just gonna go boom, 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 Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There we go. Okay. I hope this is resonating for some of you. They're generals, so they're not gonna resonate for everyone. Okay. First out is my dear Geminis. 4 of Orbs. Okay, Gemini, don't overthink this, okay? This is like the card of sort of, oh, well, this is the 4 of Swords. Okay, so Gemini, it's important that you rest. It's important that you take the time to rest. Geminis, you're so active. You're always thinking, for sure. And that's that Knight of Swords energy that came out. That's Gemini energy. So this is really saying, like, take some time to rest. If you're healing from something, some kind of a betrayal or a disappointment, take the time to rest. Get into, you know, alignment as far as like maybe doing some meditation, some breath work, some crystal healing. It's a bit of a shadowy energy, but it's a good card. It's taking the time to pause, and it's taking the time to rest your mind. And that's what I was saying, just getting out into nature. Rest your mind, let your mind rest. So that's for Gemini. Libra. Here's, okay, 7 of Swords. Okay, Libra, so, gosh, you air signs with your air energy. So in this deck, the orbs are swords. This is like where someone has taken off with our ideas. Someone's taken off with something that we love, you know, and we're just like, hey, where'd you go with that? Like, what do you mean? Like, that was mine. Where are you going? Give it back. Libra, know that you want everything super fair and super balanced all the time, and sometimes life just doesn't work that way. You know, and so I think what this card is saying is that I'm feeling like this is more of a protective energy, like you're feeling like you need to protect what you have right now. Another 7. We've got 7 of Cups and the 7 of Coins, and now the 7 of Swords. That's a double 7. So whatever it is that you're questioning, because now it's like also questioning, are people being honest with me? Are people gonna cheat me? Right? This is the liar, deceiver card, the cheater card, the thief card, the thief in the night. So for you, Libra, it's a 777, which 777 is super blessed. So I think this is coming out to tell you to kind of drop the defenses, that this is blessed, that you have spiritual protection, and also that to surrender control. Like if you're really, really wondering about the people that you're around that much, then you probably are right. And to just like make the decision to leave that situation. Now I'm feeling like if this Libra is what you're feeling about people, that they're gonna lie, cheat, deceive, steal, then you probably are right, and you should just, it's going back to that 8 of Cups. Time to go. Okay, Aquarius. Ace of Flames. All right, Aqua, we got another ace for you. Aqua, this is amazing. Aqua, you have got the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and now the Ace of Wands. It's all good, Aqua. The only thing that's missing here, Aqua, is the Ace of Cups. Okay? Love. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't, you know, find love in any of these. It doesn't mean that the opportunity for a relationship isn't there. Maybe you're happy in a relationship, so maybe you don't need the cup. But it is telling, you know, it is telling. So for you, Aqua, this whole process is also going to bring you an opportunity to just totally reignite your fire, your inspiration, your creativity. Leo season here, you know, creative endeavors. These aces are all connected. They really are. They're all connected. So for the other air signs, you've got 2 of the aces, and for Aqua, you've got a 3rd ace. This is, you know, you're going towards something that you're truly passionate about, truly passionate. You know, this has a sexual energy with it, but because it's like your wish, this is the heart space here. I feel like this is a more of like a divine flame, a divine connection, a divine creative pursuit. It's more than just the coin. It's about more than just the money. It's also about like it igniting your fire. Really and truly beautiful. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna do, and of course I went to an hour, but you know, I wouldn't be me if I didn't. So I'm gonna pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray and just get 1 card just for air. So what is the message from air? We're gonna do from air. Wow. Wow, you guys, wow. Definitely some shamanic energy coming in for you. Shapeshifter. Sorry, I feel like my hair is like popping out. Okay. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. And what do we see there? I want to say a hawk or a falcon, a wolf, a snake, an angel. There's so many, these creatures are really coming up for you guys. Look at this. Amazing. Shapeshifter. I'm seeing these 2 as being connected. This is the first card out. And this is the last card out. And again, it's going back to your inner child. What did you dream to be when you were a kid? What did you used to play? When you would, you know, play with your friends, or when you were alone by yourself, or, you know, playing pretend. This is that energy to shapeshift and embody all of these different creatures, all of the magic that they hold. Like, you have multiple animal totems right now. And then even with this King of Swords, I really want you to see all of the animals in there, the winged ones. Like, you are surrounded by animals. It's so interesting. And this was not the case for the other readings that I've done. Okay, this is specific to air signs. Like, the animals of the earth are coming in for you, and even the angelics. You know, you can embody and use the energy of any of these totems. The wolf, fierce, you know, like independent, confident, you know, instinctual. The hawk, like that higher perspective and being protected, divinely protected, communing with spirit. The snake, transformation, shedding old skin, Kundalini awakening, the sexuality, regeneration. You've got all of it here, all of it. And then the shapeshifter himself, you can see one of his eyes. He's cat-like, right? It's so sacred, and this is like your inner child. So it's almost like going back to, you know, being a kid and playing pretend, but doing it in real life for practical reasons. Remember, this is your ally right now, air sign. This Knight of Coins is your ally. You know, you can be imaginative and magical and manifest, and hold these aces that are there for you, and kind of like for Gemini, or especially for Libra, lay down the defenses, believe in yourself, really believe in yourself. I mean, for real, because you guys are holding so much sacred energy right now, earth energy. It's like the earth is coming in to support you, air signs. Beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. All right, my dear air signs. So what I'm gonna do starting this weekend is do the August readings for each sign. So for August, you will have your own personal reading. Gemini will have theirs, Libra will have theirs, Aquarius will have theirs. And you'll each get your own. And like I said, you know, if you do subscribe, please let me know if there's any content that you'd like. We can do some pick-a cards. We can do love-specific readings. You know, just anything. Please, like, don't hesitate. I really want to build a community here where we all interact and help each other and help guide each other and all of that. And I'm just going to end with this. If anybody is still with me, you know that the message isn't the message, that the message is your reaction to the message. What emotions does it bring up? What feelings did it bring up? What questions did it bring up? Did you blurt anything out loud? Like, this lady's crazy. That's not true. That's the message. So please do not give up your power to this reading, to me, to any reader, or to anything. You are your own best guide and your own best intuit and your own best psychic and your own best healer and all of that. So, all right, my dear air signs, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you a beautiful end of the month, and I will see you real soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.